I've been investigating NASA for many years now, and the more I look into this clandestine agency, the more I uncover. Discrepancies involving the Apollo space missions and the ISS International Space Station make it obvious that NASA has been dishonest with the public. NASA itself has admitted to using aircraft to spray lithium into our atmosphere, allegedly to test the trade winds. But when asked about chemical spraying planes, they remain tight-lipped and claim to have no knowledge of such operations.
Hello, Amanda. You left a message at my phone about an hour ago.
Yes, who is this?
No, who's this? What is this about, please?
I don't know who I'm speaking to. I called several different agencies.
This is not an agency. This is NASA. My name is Richard Kagio.
Oh, I actually just got off the phone with NASA. So...
Why did you call me?
Boy, don't you sound intimidating. I called you because I was trying to get information about heavy metals, biological material, and chemicals that may or may not be in the atmosphere here in Hampton Roads.
Why would you call me about that?
I was calling NASA. I didn't really know exactly who to call. I was told that I needed to speak to an atmospheric research scientist.
This is an engineering department, so that wouldn't apply to me.
Okay, well then it wouldn't apply to you. I'm not an expert in what department I'm supposed to be calling, in NASA.
And why you're calling for this information is the other issue.
That's an issue, that I'm concerned about what heavy metals, biological material, and chemicals may or may not be present in the air I'm breathing?
So you called any phone number at NASA?
No, I didn't call any phone number at NASA. I was referred to you guys by the National Weather Service. I was told I needed to find and seek out an atmospheric research scientist to answer my questions. And since you guys are involved in atmospheric research, and you're all scientists, I figured I was calling the right number. Is there a problem?
No, we're not all scientists. We're some of us engineers.
Okay.
And the problem is that probably the Office of Information at NASA is the only one that can help direct you to the right place. And I assume that you've been able to get through to them.
And you don't have any information about aircraft flights that may be flying over my house?
Nope.
Their lack of transparency and the secrecy behind their projects is legendary. NASA has used billions of dollars on projects funded by taxpayers whom they keep in the dark.
Do you believe that the NASA photos and images from space and pictures of Earth and the people up in the space station, do you believe all of that is real?
In this world we live in, it could be fabricated. The lunar landing could have been a hoax because there's no logical proof. So where's the logical proof of the space station? Where's the logical proof of trillions of stars?
With a budget of trillions of dollars, this footage was created depicting Earth from space. Notice all those pesky stars are nowhere to be seen? NASA went ahead and removed them for your pleasure. NASA wants you to simply concentrate on the quasi-realistic cloud formations presented in this video. It's time to be indoctrinated by NASA. Let all your thoughts, and I mean all your thoughts and logic go. It's NASA. They're allowed to do whatever they want. Welcome to the ISS CGI Cartoon Network. Tonight's programming is brought to you by NASA and the crisis-acting astronauts allegedly aboard the International Space Station. First man flew all the way to the moon in a flimsy tin can held together by duct tape and Elmer's glue. Now, only a few decades later, man is hurling around our beautiful round Earth in a makeshift space station held together by duct tape and Elmer's glue. One of the greatest joys of living in the space station is viewing the Earth from one of the many plastic windows created on the set. The blacked-out swimming pools provide much-needed exercise for the astronauts experiencing weightlessness. Need to use the bathroom? The porta potty on the ISS is fully functional with a vacuum cleaner hose that sucks the urine right out of you. Okay, now let's talk about the conditions on the space station itself. Now we're talking about a place with no shower. Let's start with the bathroom.
Hello, and welcome to the toilet of the International Space Station. Let's say you're up here on ISS and you need to go to the restroom. You want to come to this cabin, and the first thing you want to do is grab this piece of equipment.
Okay, so here we have the space urinal, or what they're saying is the space urinal. Now, mind you, she's pretending to be in space right now. She's saying that she's in space, and they don't have water up there that they can use in any standard way that you would use water. So she can't wash her hands. She's giving a demonstration on the toilet of the International Space Station. Okay, so this is the toilet that they all use. She's not wearing gloves. Let's go on.
And turn this rotary switch 90 degrees to the open position. What that does is it turns on a fan, which creates a suction effect in this hose, so that you can use this yellow element for your number one.
Okay, so she just said that they have a suction. Meanwhile, how is this getting cleaned? I mean, you would have, dried, crusted urine. Sorry, guys, I know this is nasty, but I just want you to realize how completely ridiculous this is. I also want you to look at her hair. Okay, this hair is supposed to be hair that's in zero gravity. That's why it looks disheveled and, out of place. It's a complete farce. She's wearing a wig. Anyways, let's go on.
For number two, the principle is actually exactly the same, suction. we have a solid waste container here, and on top of it is this seat. And the solid waste container is connected via this hose to the same fan, so that, again, the same suction effect allows you to do your number 2 in weightlessness. I want to show you how it looks, but since we don't want any bad smells to come out, we're going to actually turn on the fan. It's going to be a little bit loud. There we go. Now you can lift the lid. And there is this
look at this
seat that sort of looks comfortable, but
her hands are all over it. Hold on, we have to rewind that.
So
this is just so stupid.
There is this seat that.
Look at this, guys. Look at this joker right here. She's in space. She has no way to clean her hands after giving this demonstration of their potty. Okay? Her hands are all over this toilet. She's making love to it, people. Sorry, let me start over. I gotta rewind it just so we can watch that one more time. Here she goes. Potty hands.
Now you can lift the lid.
Right there.
There is this...
right here. She straight up takes both of her hands and puts it where every astronaut in there would have been. And also, why is there no poop anywhere that we can see? I mean, does it automatically clean itself or something?
Seat that sort of looks
comfortable. Get your hands off of the toilet, you creepy lady.
So most of us actually prefer.
Oh no, she's not going to touch that one, is she?
Oh
no! She put her hand. Guys, come on. Did you see that? We got to do it again. She literally opens up the shitter and puts her hands like inside of it. Now, mind you, she's giving a demonstration allegedly in space where bacteria and germs would be a serious issue. She has no way to properly clean her hands. Let's see what happens if she somehow washes her hands after this demonstration. After she makes love to the toilet bowl.
Most of us actually prefer to lift this one as well and use directly the...
Ew! She's doing it like a turntable, like it's a record. Just putting her hands all the way around it. Look at this creepy shit.
Bag. And in fact, there is a bag in there. It looks like this. And when we are done with our business, we close the bag and we push it down into the solid waste container.
Look at her hair.
Of course, as a courtesy
her hair never moves.
We put a new fresh bag inside.
Look at it. It doesn't move at all. It's hair sprayed up like that. Or it's a wig. It just looks like a wig.
Gets changed when it's full, which is roughly every 10 days for a crew of 3 people using it.
Okay, she just said a crew of 3 people are using this toilet. So she just put her hands on what she is saying is 3 other people's stuff.
This one, for example, was installed on the 61st day of this year. So probably roughly around day 71, we will have to change it again.
You need to change your hands. Don't touch the urinal again.
Gets recycled.
Oh, no.
So from the pretty complicated hydraulic equipment that is behind.
Yeah, touch all the walls. Now that you've put your hands in your... Okay, you guys caught that, right? So she touches the shitter and then puts her hands all over the wall. And look how clean everything looks. It's just amazing that anyone would fall for this garbage.
It's directly transferred to another piece of equipment, which is here in the floor, which is called UPA, Urine Processing Assembly, which is the first step into turning urine into potable water.
Okay, so they showed us how they use the bathroom. They have what looks like a little porta potty type of situation, and then they have a hose. What is that thing?
Oh my God!
You know what I'm talking about.
So I want you to, for those of you that haven't seen this, it's horrifying. Imagine if you had that in your house, where you can control the movement of your byproducts and yourself and everything. Do you think that you could use that effectively? And the answer is no.
So did you see how small the hole was? And then you've got to consider the smell. You're in a closed capsule, so that smell would not dissipate. It would just be lingering there. And if they have some type of sewage system, where is the sewage system? I mean, I don't understand how this operates.
Right.
Yeah, and how is it supposed to work?
And if you look at it, it's not even like a real door that closes. It's like a little closet, accordion fold door. And you have all these astronauts using this one bathroom. Let's say there's 2 bathrooms. it doesn't make any sense. And also, in space, eating that food, floating around, someone's going to have indigestion, we'll call it. You know, what happens if there's an accident in space? You know, if you think about it, it makes absolutely no sense. And also, these astronauts, they don't shower. They're wearing the crisp clothes every day. You know, they don't have laundry service up there. How many shirts do they have? You know, there's limited space.
When they were talking about, you know, they can't take showers and stuff, all the men have clean-shaven faces. Like they just stepped out of a barber shop.
So please, join me at Chris's barbershop.
Okay, so we're supposed to be at Chris's barbershop on the ISS. I mean, look at him. Does it look like he's been in space? Looks like he just got out of the barbershop. His hair is short. His eyebrows look like they've been plucked. You know, he has a little bit of a goatee, but that's just the facial hairstyle he wants. Alrighty, let's watch this.
Okay, so here's how we cut hair in space. We have your standard hair trimmer, but the hair would go all over the place. So we need to connect it to our vacuum cleaner.
Look at this huge thing.
Right here.
Wow.
And now we're ready to cut hair.
Have you guys ever noticed on these videos that they always use the cheesiest, corniest, almost sounds like game show themed music? It's to give the illusion that, oh, everything's happy and carefree, and look how much fun we're having in space, when they could really die at any second.
What do you think so far? Should I stop here?
Liar.
I don't think so.
That's what we all think.
Here's your last look at the mohawk. It's coming off.
Here we go. Look at that, and look at his face. He's like, oh, fuck. He just made a mistake, and that hair went flying right out of his grasp. Let's watch that again.
Here's your last look at the mohawk. It's coming off.
Look at him. He's looking at it like, oh, shit. Did that really just happen?
Here's your last look at the mohawk. It's coming off.
Alrighty, so, you know, we see how careful he's being shaving his head in space. Mind you, that chunk of hair with who knows how many hairs was in that section.
Here's your last look at the mohawk. It's coming off.
Okay, right there. That's where it cut. Look at that. That whole big piece. Wow. And he's like, oh, fuck. Yep, so, I mean, you see what a farce this is. These people are lying about being in space. The hygienic issues alone they cannot explain away. Just the simplest hygienic issues.
Now that we have been properly introduced, I want you to relax. Relax. Allow all your God-given logic and reason to slowly melt away. Relax. Relax. NASA is here to help. With a budget of trillions of dollars, this footage was created. This is actual footage taken from the ISS. The green screen technology we use is for your benefit. We want to program you, so sit back, relax, and let your imagination take you away. Think about it. If NASA didn't care about you, why would they offer to wash your brains? Indoctrinating the masses takes away from much precious time NASA could be using to further embezzle money from the unsuspecting public. Why are there so many indiscrepancies in NASA footage, you ask? Why ask questions? That only uses up brain cells and makes you think. Don't think. Don't think. Don't think. Don't question. Trust NASA and relax. Enjoy the show.
A lot of the footage I've seen is questionable at best. I'd like to start off, if you don't mind, David, with asking you a few questions about the different ways humans can artificially experience zero gravity.
Wow. The Vomit Comet is a plane that does a parabolic arc. It's basically an emptied-out cargo-style plane that does a parabolic arc and can create a zero-G effect. And supposedly astronauts do a lot of training in there. I say astronauts do, basically just faking space in there.
And now how long can they exactly be in zero gravity for this maneuver?
In the Vomit Comet, we've about 45 seconds, give or take. But if you look at any of the NASA footage, that type of weightlessness, they only show short clips. It's all edited together. They half the stuff we see on the space station, the astronauts are hanging upside down. We discussed that last time. There's also, just like the movie Gravity, they're done with wires and green screen.
Tell everybody exactly how this works. They're on harnesses?
Well, one of the methods they use, they're wearing harnesses. In lots of the space station footage where they're, all standing in line, holding their arms together with their fists clenched in their chest, and their shirts tucked in tight, and you never see their feet. They're hanging from harnesses. You can see there's a whole bunch of videos where they lose their balance and they fall over, and you could actually see the harness pulling through their shirt. They rotate around a center of axis, which would not happen moving freely in space in zero gravity.
Okay, you can tell that he's hanging upside down. Look at his shirt. See how tight it is? All of their shirts are tucked in tight. They've got belts holding it in. His is the most obvious example that he is hanging upside down. Look at their arms. Okay? They're having a difficult time even holding their arms down by their sides because they're hanging upside down. And this guy is weak. He has no upper body strength because you see how his arms are. He looks like he's a puffed up balloon. Anyways, I'm going to show you this video and wait till you see what happens.
Or beyond Earth,
Start
we get
from
to
the
know
beginning.
Earth better.
Oh, it makes me so mad looking at these freaks.
Greetings from the International Space Station on Earth Day 2014. I'm Expedition 39 Commander Koichi Wakata of the Japan Aerospace Exploration Agency with my crewmates from NASA, Rick Mastracchio and Steve Swanson.
Look how red their faces are. It is obvious that these freaks are hanging upside down. Look at him. His cheeks are all, all of them. He's the only one that looks kind of normal. He's probably the more experienced dangler, but you can still tell that he's hanging upside down. That's why his arms are like that. That's almost like the Illuminati hand thing, but he has them together. All right, here we go.
We are the luckiest people off the Earth. As astronauts, we get to really see and appreciate Earth as our home and our planet. A beautiful and dynamic world worth protecting.
When NASA and the other international partners venture into space,
look at the guy in the middle. He looks like he has to take a crap, or he's holding his breath or something. Okay, we actually just missed the part because I was too busy looking at the guy in the middle. Watch this.
When NASA and the other international partners venture into space, we not only explore beyond Earth, we get to know Earth better.
Okay, did you catch it? Did you see it? Watch this guy's head.
When NASA and the other international partners venture into space, we not only explore beyond Earth, we get to know Earth better.
Did you see that shadow come in and out right there?
NASA and the other international partners venture into space, we not only explore beyond Earth, we get to know Earth better.
NASA and others monitor Earth's vital signs from
they are
space
dangling
with
from their
innovative
legs.
Instruments.
That's why they don't show below the knee. They don't show the feet. That's why they're not dancing around, moving around in the cabin. Why this guy looks like a freaking Buddha statue. Look at this dork. This is so stupid.
To make a difference in people's lives.
As we work on orbit and conduct amazing
hold those
research,
hands down.
we are dedicated
right
to
here.
improve and protect our planet.
And see how his arms are all the way out there.
It's, you know, you can believe that they're in space, or you can actually take a look at the details and be embarrassed that you ever believed it in the first place.
So I noticed that this one girl's face was beet red, and it looked like she was hanging upside down. So I went ahead and flipped the computer screen upside down and just, looked at it that way. And that really is what it appears to be, that she's hanging upside down. So it seems like they're doing some clips like that, and then they're mixing it all up, right?
So let's talk about, what we see in space. NASA is a military-run operation. In the military, they don't let women have long, flowing hair, especially on a space station where you have filtered air. Everything is so controlled up there. But if you look at the astronauts when they have women up there, they all have long hair and it sticks straight up in the air. That's not how your hair would be. Like if you have long hair and you're in a swimming pool, it doesn't point in one direction. It flows all over the place when it's in 0G, and that's what would happen. But they have their hair permed. They're hanging upside down most of the time, hanging sideways. And then when they move their head, their hair springs around like bob wire. Like
I definitely noticed that.
There's one video of the blonde girl showing how they wash their hair in space, and inside of this minute and a half video, there's like 17 edits, and people don't notice them until you point them out, and then they're like, oh my god, it's so obvious. Nobody should believe what we're telling them right now. You have to see it for yourself, and there's thousands and thousands of videos out there.
Here we are aboard the ISS, where this astronaut felt that it was a good idea to bring his bagpipes, because you never know when you're going to need bagpipes in space. I mean, what's a space station without bagpipes, am I right? Anyways, we'll go ahead and start the video. Is there anyone watching this that doesn't think that's a green screen? Is there anyone that doesn't think he's hanging upside down? Notice how nothing else in the entire cabin moves around except for him? So the fact that they never show below the knees, that was just completely absurd. Look at this tool.
You cannot watch those videos and come out the other end thinking NASA is legitimate in any way, shape, or form.
Does that look real to you guys? I mean, that straight up looks fake as hell.
Astronauts all love their food. So, NASA tried to ensure space food is as much like home cooking as possible.
They're in an enclosed environment where it would be very, very important to keep everything clean. Is this how you would be handling the food? Just because you're allegedly in 0G gravity and it's cool to watch things float around? Is this what you would really be messing with, considering you don't really have a good water source up there? They wouldn't be playing around like this with their food if they were really in space, simply for the safety of it and just to protect themselves, because they're going to be trapped up there.
The process begins here.
In the GMO section of the Farm Fresh, What the hell?
When it gets back to the NASA lab, things change.
Thank you.
Spaghetti and meat sauce is just one of 250 options that the astronauts can choose from. And all of them are forensically prepared.
We have in the nutritional content of all our products.
This poor lady, she doesn't know what's going on.
Protein, carbohydrate, things like that.
The biggest challenge with cooking for space is weight. It costs $10,000 to blast each 1 pound serving to the astronauts.
$10,000. Give me a freaking break. And who's paying for all of this? Who might be paying that $10,000 a pound for food? We're paying for it, guys. Of course we are. But we're not voluntarily paying for it. They just steal it from us in their black budget government programs. Why don't they use some of that black budget money that they're stealing for these programs and give them to wounded warriors and schools and hospitals? Bunch of dumbasses. All right, let's go on with the spaghetti. This looks gross, by the way. Yummy.
NASA has a clever way of dealing with the cost by removing 97% of the water.
Freeze drying removes a high percentage of the moisture, so typically when we freeze dry our products, we take them down to about 3%.
Each portion now weighs just 1 ounce. Cost to transport, $660.
Oh! There they get you.
Each apple is worth its weight in gold to transport.
As you can see, we're only sending 3 apples, so you may think that's unfair because we have 6 people on orbit. They may have to share.
Okay, so now we know they've got 6 people. So how much is that costing us? No, those are going to be at least a pound. That has to be at least 10,000.
And the groceries are arriving.
We're getting ready to birth the...
Okay, let's see the process. We need to see it.
Looks really good.
It looks good. Wait, hold on. There's no cameras on the rocket? There's no way that we can see this? Hold on. So it goes to here. All right, here we go. We're going to... Now there, what happens? I mean, why are we stopping right there? The next thing now, it's above it.
From us now.
2 days later, and the groceries are arriving.
We'll see what happens here. Okay, so they go right from there. We want to see it connect to the thing.
We're getting ready to birth the...
This is the pod that was inside of it, and it just shoots the pod up, and now they've got to connect to that somehow.
Groceries are arriving.
We're getting ready to birth the Cygnus 1 vehicle. All right. Looks really good. Perfect. Perfect. All right. Bonus food.
Including some
treats. Yeah. See how they just skip over everything? He just like opens up this fake looking door.
Oh, our food's here.
I gotta tell you what happened today. So I was watching the news unwittingly. You guys know I do not watch mainstream news. I never will. But unwittingly, I was watching the news, and they had NASA come on there, the ISS astronaut on there. Okay, this is insane. You guys can look this up. I don't have time to show you. I will when I get home tonight at 10 o'clock at night. But, okay, so he gets a thing of fruit punch, which is loaded with high fructose. Let's say it's organic. Who cares? It's red, it's sticky, it's gooey. You would not want anything like that exploding in space. It's supposed to be on the ISS in space, and he decides he wants to blow a fruit punch bubble, okay? This thing is like huge, and then it just explodes. And he just kind of slops it all up, and the fruit punch goes everywhere. Allegedly in the ISS, you've got all this equipment in the background. You can tell it's a green screen. If any of you guys actually believe that there is an ISS and it's floating around in space and there are astronauts up there, you have not done your research. I'm not going to put you down because, you know, maybe you have faith in the space program. I'm not going to hate on you because you don't have enough information. But for those of you that have seen our videos and that have done your research, you know, there is no way that guy blew that fruit punch bubble. I want you guys to Google it. And it just happened today because it was on the news today. Astronaut blows fruit punch bubble in space, and it explodes all over the equipment and all over the everything with no way to clean it up. I mean, come on. It's just so pathetic. And I saw it. I immediately thought of you guys. I was like, nope. Let me explain something to you ladies out there. If they're not going to let you up in space with long hair, dude, they make women cut their hair short just to be in the military. You think they're going to let their nasty bacteria head up in space with all those men with shaved heads? Get fucking real. They just want to pretend like they're in space. Oh, look at this.
Alexander Gerst. And next to me, we have Serena Onion Chancellor, flight engineer from NASA. Well, today is a special day.
Is there anybody that doesn't think they're in the CIA? I just can't stand it. When I sit here and watch these, I just go over them and I'm like, oh, I can't take anymore. I can't. It makes me so mad. This is a cartoon. Wake the fuck up. You think that's a real thing?
Hi, I'm astronaut Christina Cook.
You are not an astronaut. You're hanging upside down in front of a green screen, or you're in a vomit comet. You're doing something. I mean, I actually think they can simulate zero-G, like in our atmosphere, just in some type of thing. I mean, come on, dude. They have the technology to fool the fuck out of us. We're just going right along with it. All these guys are Freemasons, all of them. The European Space Agency, ESA, is lying about being aboard the ISS International Space Station. This fraudulent crisis-acting astronaut, Tim Peake, is pretending to be in space. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this picture. As you can see, there's a British flag hanging up because this is a message to Her Majesty, which is revolting enough on its own. But as you can see, everything in the back behind him is only a green screen. He never moves. He never engages with any of the items. He just stands there, you know, allegedly in space in zero gravity. A couple of things I want you to pay attention to when I play this video is the fact that nothing moves behind him at all in any possible way. You know, the only thing that moves is him, and he barely moves because I believe he is hanging upside down, being suspended by cables and in front of a green screen to give the illusion of weightlessness. His sleeves, I'm actually going to have to show you his sleeves in a minute. Let me let this play, and then we'll go ahead and stop and discuss the sleeves.
Your Majesty, this is Tim Peake, and welcome on board the International Space Station. I'm truly honoured to have received Your Majesty's message, inspired by its wording, and humbled to be able to represent the UK and Europe on board the ISS.
You liar! This guy is not aboard the ISS. Look at his lying show face. And look how red it is right now. The reason why it's red is because all that blood is flowing to his lying weasel eyes and it is making his face look red. Look, you can see like veins popping out and stuff. You know, it's obvious he's hanging upside down. This is the thing I wanted to talk to you guys about his sleeves. Look at how tight that sleeve is. All of the videos allegedly from the ISS, their sleeves are like this. The reason why is because if they had normal sleeves and they were hanging upside down, it would be obvious that they're hanging upside down. Instead, they have their sleeves tight to their arms, and so, you know, they don't move at all, and it gives him the illusion of dangling in space. We'll go on.
I can tell you it's incredible to look at the British Isles for the first time from space.
What a liar.
Our islands and our nation are a special place to me, and I hope that the next 6 months will demonstrate to everyone across the UK and Europe how international collaboration and brave endeavour can change our world for the better.
Okay, he said for the next 6 months he's going to be in space. All right, here we go. We know that they don't bathe in space. I've already covered that in the last video. So here are his armpits that are being like suffocated by this sleeve. Look at this sleeve, guys. Does this look like a normal sleeve to you? It looks like there's actually something in his shirt. Look at that, how tight it is around the arms. That's not suspicious to you, but anyways. Okay, so he's going to spend 6 months in space with no breathing room in his arms. I guess he's going to wear that shirt until it falls off of him, because that's what they say they do. All right, we'll see what more lies he comes up with.
So thank you again for your well wishes, Mom. I hope I can bring the country together to celebrate Britain in space and our great tradition of scientific exploration. And before I sign off, I'm not sure that this has ever been said in space before.
It's not being said now.
God save the Queen.
They're CIA, Nazi scientists, and Freemasons. Have y'all ever seen a rocket with a camera on it go all the way up? And look at this. Look how fake this looks compared to the ones we just saw. I mean, I could keep doing this all day long. I want you not to take my word for anything. And all you have to do is Google this. NASA Earth from Space Station, right? Try to match up two that even look alike at all. Different color, different way that everything looks. And then this one, it looks... Come on, guys. Oh, well, that's different time of day and different cameras they're using and functions. Get fucked. Dude, they're not doing anything up there. What is that girl doing up there for 665 days? Was she doing, like, scientific testing or something? Where's the results from whatever she's doing? Why is the public not allowed to know what they're doing up there when we're funding them? Look at his pants. Look how far up his pants are on his thing. Come on, dude. He's hanging upside down. He looks stupid as shit. Looks like he's about to pop. Earth Day, so they're all wearing green.
Greetings from the International Space Station on Earth Day 2014. I'm Expedition
Look
39
at his pants. Can you even read? It's because they're hanging upside down. See how they're all holding their arms? You can even tell his shirt. He's hanging upside down. Look at that right there. It's fucking falling up. All of their shirts are falling up.
You are the luckiest
See?
people.
And you know what? I bet you they have some type of weights that are actually in the collars of their shirts to hold them down, and they're still going up like that. It's not because they're fucking weightless and stuff. And notice how you never see the bottoms of their feet? Is there anybody that doesn't think their feet are latched onto something down here and they're hanging upside down? I mean, I am not a conspiracy theorist. I've spent a long time, a lot of hours going over this, you know, and I can prove everything I'm saying. Let's see their fucking feet.
Astronauts, we get to really see and appreciate Earth as our home.
And that's a fucking green screen that they're standing in front of. Look at this. These wires should be moving. If he's moving...
other international partners venture into space.
Nothing. It's a picture.
Beyond Earth,
do you understand?
We get to know Earth better.
Look at this dude. He's about to... I got to use the bathroom. I'm holding it really hard. I'm about to pee my pants.
Space with satellites and innovative instruments.
Look at that. He looks like a statue.
Observation instruments will launch to space station this year. With these tools,
you can tell his knees are even buckled right there. You can tell they're holding on to something. They're hanging upside down. All right, I'm not going to get all hysterical. I've gotten hysterical enough, guys. I have just totally figured something out. And it's amazing what you could do with a little bit of time and a little bit of research and an open mind. So anyways, I was trying to find the soundtrack to the NASA Earth from Space footage I always show you guys from TV. So I was just trying to find the soundtrack, and I was able to find one song and one clip of it, but I couldn't find the entire thing. So then I started looking at all these videos, and I noticed that they had so many Earth from Space videos, right? So I was like, well, let me go ahead and check it out. Every single video that I click on looks completely different than the one before it. I mean, I'm talking about 100% different. But they're all supposed to be taken from the ISS. So how is it that every single video... Okay, let me give you an example, guys. Let's just take it from the top, okay? So we're going to go here. All right, now check it out. I'm just going to show you, like, just for a moment. This is supposed to be from the ISS, Earth from Space, okay? Just soak it all in. And then you go to the next one, which would be here. Now look what it looks like. Completely different CGI. And they're not even trying. This is NASA. They're not even trying to fool you. But wait. Just look at this for a second. Wait till I show you the next one. Let me show you the next one now. This is fake as fuck. And none of these look like the videos I've been showing you guys of the footage from the ISS. Doesn't look anything like what I showed you. See the brown in there? We never saw any of that in today's footage that I showed you. This is just fucking stupid. And then, go to this one. Let's see. Earth views from the ISS. What the fuck is this supposed to be? I mean, seriously, get real. It gets worse, though. There was one I saw. Hold on. Okay, here we go. Here's high definition. Oh. Look at this crap. Hold on. My computer's like totally mad at me right now. It's like, oh no, you're not going to show us. Look at how it's, again, NASA, supposed to be from the ISS, looks nothing like what we just saw of the other three. That one's not even moving now. My computer's starting to like get mad at me. Now this looks like more like what I was showing you guys. Look at how much different this looks. But these are all from the same ISS, right? And if you look at the pictures, the space pictures, you want to talk about some fake, cartoony, CGI plastic. I mean, what incredible Earth pic snap from space station. Look at this shit. High def. And look, every single one of the Earths looks different. Oh, these are the ones that really make me want to puke. Look at this shit. This is supposed to be Earth at night. What is this green thing? Do you see this? This is supposed to be from the space station. I mean, are we in La La Land here? Are we really this stupid? Does that look real to you? Come on, guys, get fucking real. I can't stand the stupidity behind it. But I was like, I gotta show them this. I know you probably already know. But look at how different this right here looks like this. But they're both supposed to be the same thing. Come on. But we already know it's all fake. And then you start getting into the real bullshit crap. When you pull up like videos like this, why NASA is opening ISS to commercial business. It shows you these idiots floating around in their little fake tin can, trying to pretend like they're in space. Shut up, bitch. We don't want to hear you.
An opportunity like this for the American economy is that if there was a space ETF, I think it would be up drastically today.
A lot of flows into the space ETF.